culture group, the members of our group had many ideas about what education goals were for the future and what we wanted to do in terms of education. But there was one thing that we all agreed on, and that was that we wanted to focus on the younger children in the community. We wanted to focus mainly on 4th through 8th grade students. And we ended up sort of with a twofold goal. One thing that we realize is that elementary school and all the schools in particular teach academics, but they don't always teach about relationships and they don't always teach about bonding. And we think that there's a problem with the youth today bonding and having relationships with adults, that oftentimes they have a hard time doing that. Another thing that we realize is that youth of today don't always know what their choices are as far as careers go. They don't find that out until high school or later. And if they had ideas of careers at an earlier age, they would feel more comfortable going toward those goals. So we wanted to develop a program where adults with different occupations in the community would become involved in the classroom, where people would volunteer an hour or so of their time a month and go in and participate in the classroom, not only teaching about their career, but just being involved in the everyday activities with the kids themselves. And over time, we felt that children and adults would more freely communicate and that society would get along a lot better as a result of building trust and caring through crucial years of growing independence. So what we did was we went to an elementary school here in town, Northwood Elementary School, and worked with the principal and the teachers there. And we were able to pilot our program there. And we would have loved to have had you seeing the whole program. It was really exciting. But what we did was we captured moments of that program on videotape, and we'd like to share that with you now.
And let you see a little bit about some of the things that we have to know about and some of the things that we see on a day-to-day basis. And Kaya's here kind of as demonstration, so I can show you things up close and personal. Kaya's my dog. She's 10 years old, and she's very used to being in schools, but if you're a little too noisy, she gets very nervous, okay? So when we're close to her, when you can come up close to her, remember to stay as quiet as you can, and she'll be real patient with us. Okay, for starters, I'm a veterinarian, and does anybody here want to be a veterinarian? All right, we always have a few takers.
A little late, but
it's never too late. And one of the things that I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was about 5 years old, and I never changed my mind. And what I didn't realize was how much school was important to what we do now. When I was your age and math came along, I go, oh no, not math. And what I realize now is that I use a lot of the skills, not just what I learned in college, but what I learned way back every day. A lot of those things all apply. So it becomes really important. I know it's hard to believe, but what you're learning now really will make a difference later on. Does anybody know how many years of college it takes to be a veterinarian? Stephen?
about 10 years.
Oh, that's close. It takes 8 years. 8 years. And that's the same as to be a human doctor. So it's no easier, and in some ways it's harder. It is the hardest professional school to get into. So you have to be real serious about your studies if you want to get in. What we'll do is we'll take most of our questions at the end so we can move along. We'll just talk here for a few minutes, and then what I'm going to do is have you go into 3 groups, and we'll rotate amongst the x-rays. There's some questions up there. And what I'd like you to do is to try and answer those questions because we'll be talking about them later. Teeth? Okay. We're looking at tonsils. Do you have tonsils? Guys, we'll be looking back there. I'm not going to be able to see it. Okay, we check their eyes. What I'd like you guys to do is make up some of the things we look at, and some of them we'll capture by telling you here, too. One of the things that we should have out is how many eyelids upper and lower, right? Yeah, I mean, sure, you're right. Dogs have pretty long, That's what's in for dogs and cats and most of the animals out there. What do you think the third one is? They're right, because they're active and around the bushes. They get one more layer of protection on their own. Okay, so we looked at that. Another place where we looked is in the ears. You see a lot of problems in dogs' ears. What's the type of thing that happens there? In the ears. Foxtails, yeah. But also ear infections are a problem. This is no different than what the doctor looks at your ear. Longer tone, right? Because they have deeper ear canals. And so we look down there. We have little chips. This is a stethoscope. Yeah, for people, they're much shorter because our ears can have so short. Anybody know what this is called? That's close. The word is otoscope. And oto means ear, and scope is to look. So it is kind of similar. Well, that's not in your chest. So heart and lungs are the two things. O-T-O-S-C. Okay, you guys, I need you guys not to all the corrections at once. Don't be confused with me, okay? She knows that when we listen to her test, she's supposed to stand up. Okay, here's the knee. If you guys look carefully here, there's a little knee cap right in the groove here. This one's missing it because it fell off. But they really have no focus. You spilled your water, didn't you? Okay, so here's the knee. So even though dogs have 4 legs, they really have 2 legs in the back like our legs and 2 legs up front like our arms. They have the same thing. Here's the elbows. And that's the same. Kaya has 2 elbows. Kaya's looking for something to eat. Sit, down. Good girl. Now the interesting thing, see this part, everybody knows this part of a dog. That's the same as our heel. Only they don't walk on it. They only walk on their toes. And this is the same as our wrist. But if they, again, doesn't really look like a wrist.
A bat.
A bat? Well, that's a good guess. Kind of a big bat. Okay, who's somebody I haven't called on yet? In the back row with the pink shirt? Chicken? Closer. It is a bird. You're right, it is a bird. And it's going to be hard for you to tell much more than that. This is a red-tailed hawk. Kaya.
Yeah, Kaya had any surgery?
Yep, she's had, let's see, 2 or 3. She's been spayed.
Yeah.
You know what we do when we spay a dog? Yeah.
So it can't have babies.
Right. And what we do is we're removing the uterus and the ovaries. Okay, so.
Like she said, I'm Craig Rosen. Many of you probably know that I have 2 sons that go here to the school, Keith and Kenny. I was schooling here in Napa, grew up here in Napa. What do you think of when you think of a sign? What kind of sign? Can anybody think of a sign that they've seen?
Hanging sign?
Hanging sign? Mm-hmm. What kind of sign?
One hanging by a pole.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that you see going along the highway.
That's right.
Street signs?
Street signs, sure.
Wine train?
Wine train's got a sign on it.
Stop sign?
Stop signs, yeah. It's
Once they're up against the building.
right, those kind of signs. So you see a lot of signs in front of buildings and things, right? A lot of signs out on the street, a lot of signs on cars, things like that. A lot of people don't think of signs. You see a sign, you don't think about it. You don't think of the fact that somebody actually has to make that sign in order for you to read it. Before I go any further, has anybody seen any old-time writing that's really pretty? You don't know how they did that? They didn't have pens like we have nowadays. They didn't have ballpoint pens. They had feathers. Right. Good job. And what they did was, when they had the feather out here, right? They whacked this end of it off, just like that. So you got a square end of the feather. goes like that. And then underneath, you have a little thing there. Whack it at a 45-degree angle. So that holds the ink. You know how the feathers hollow?
Yeah.
That's how they do it. So in order to write fancy like that, you have to have something flat. You have to hold it at a 45-degree angle. You know what a 45-degree angle is?
Yeah.
You studied that? Tom.
One more.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write Tom on the board with blue paper. Just using a chalk. Flat. Now I'm with 45. You just keep holding it at a 45.
On the slanted one.
Follow the lines here.
Put your name on the slanted one. Try to do the correction on the slanted one.
Follow the strokes on the paper. Just look at the strokes on the paper. You see that the A will start down and up. Right? And squeegee is ink or paint. We call it ink when we're silk screening, but it's paint. And you put the paint on here, and you just run the squeegee across. And it magically transfers this image onto whatever you're silk screening. So, what I'll do, we're going to put a link on here. Just a little bead of it. Okay, not much. Doesn't take much. Now, okay. It's a very good. It's got a sharp edge. It's not sharp that will cut you, but it's got a nice sharp edge on it. So it'll just move a little tiny amount of ink across this image. So what I'm going to do is one-handed. You guys might use two. Is just move this right across. Okay. And I'll hold this now. I'll just hinge this up. Okay. Keep your thumbs on it. So that's stuck to it. Thumb down. Put this there. That there. Take that off. Stuck. Okay.
2.5 years. And Stephanie and Mrs. McKenzie contacted me and wanted me to come in here today and basically talk to you about what it's like to be a judge, what you have to do to be a judge. And before you think all I do is work in court, what I really like to do is play basketball. This is in case some of you are falling asleep. Does anybody know what team this belongs to? That's right, the Golden State Warriors. What's it doing with my name? Well, I had to play with the Warriors last summer. And Tim Hardaway is no taller than I am. How about that? Okay. He must be. Let's have Darren. Where's Darren? Hi. You want to come up here and be a witness? Okay, in just a second. Let me get the clerk first. Who's this? Hello. Why don't you come up here? Now, why don't you do it just fine. You just stand right there. And in just a minute, I'm going to ask you to do what a clerk does in court, and that is administer that oath to the witness, okay? So just take a second. And we're going to get, let's make sure we get some identification here for Darren. Is that you? Okay, you're going to be a police officer. Now, see how this thing works? Can you put that on your belt buckle so we know who you are? Why not put it on your waistband? Go ahead. Good boy. Okay. I want you to, it's kind of hard, isn't it? By the way, you don't have to keep that. That'll return. Okay, and so we've got a clerk, and we have a lawyer up here, Dal. Who is Dal? Dal, how you doing? Okay, Dal, you're going to be our prosecuting attorney. I want you to take a cat. Here's your witness. Okay? So what we're going to do is he's the attorney, and he's going to ask you questions. All right? You got to answer. I didn't know what your name was going to be, so you got to fill that in. All right? Okay? Yeah? The defense attorney represents the defendant who's accused of a crime. And the prosecutor, played by Dowell, represents the state, represents the people of the state of California. He's prosecuting a crime. And in this crime, we don't have a defendant here, but you can just imagine some poor sap sitting over here, charged with a misdemeanor vandalism, 594 of the Penal Code, graffiti. And what we're going to do here is just a little portion of what might be a criminal trial. And that is, this gentleman is going to be called as a witness because he's the investigator on this case. He's the prosecuting lawyer, and he's going to ask him a couple of questions. Included in those questions are whether or not you read the Miranda rights to the defendant. And when it gets right down here, he's going to ask you this question here. Reviews now the rights that you read to the defendant. I want you to read that part, all right? But that'll be in just a second. Okay. Like a well-oiled machine. This is better than it really is in court. Okay. What's up? You all set? Okay, you just relax for a minute. Here's what I want you to do. Put both of those objects in your left hand. I want you to raise your right hand. I want you to face the clerk, and I want you to administer the oath.
Do solemnly swear this testimony I will not give the truth.
You want to tell the truth? Good. Okay. Now the first question almost anyone, now this gentleman is a witness. He's a police officer. You're here as a prosecuting attorney. And the first question you're going to ask is, go ahead.
State your name, please. Yeah. What is your occupation as officer? Did you investigate the graffiti located on the wall in the school on its own? Yes, I did. Did you take a statement from the defendant? Yes, I did. Did you read the defendant's Miranda rights before questioning the defendant? Yes, I did. Read to us now the rights that you read to the defendant. You have the right to review a summary, mention, state, can, and will be against you for a law. You have the right to talk to your lawyer, and you have because of what you want to be. You cannot afford to
police foul up. Sometimes the police are over aggressive and they forget to read the rights. They get a confession. Well, you come back into court and the confession to the crime, open and shut. It's a zipper, as we call it. But it's inadmissible in court. So all that evidence, the confession to the crime, goes out. And it's because the defendant, the suspect, has not intelligently and voluntarily waived his rights because they haven't been read to him. He's not expected to know them. You've got to tell him about it. So some of the things you see on television are true.
The actual process and the product kind of became the same thing as we were doing our work. And one of the things that we didn't quite count on happening was a real serendipitous thing, is that we found out that these champions of adulthood that we were using as role models and mentors for our students were getting as much out of it as the students were. And so that was one of the things that helped us come up with our acronym and our name, Champions Among. In other words, they were out, it was a two-way street. Actually, our mentors had as great an experience as some of the kids, and their spouses said they couldn't stop talking about it for days. So we feel that we learned a lot in the process. We learned that our vision of having young adults who had had a lot of career choices posed to them would be people who could make some good choices for themselves as adults. And we also found that the caring and the communication were the keys. We enjoyed very much the presentation. It was very difficult to choose 15 or 20 minutes of tape out of 3 or 4 hours that we would take the kids. We always had to shut down the meeting early because they asked question after question they were vitally interested in. So we feel that our vision is something that has a lot of promise, and we're very fortunate indeed to have been able to take part in this. Thank you.